I want you to be aware of what is known as a dealer auction inspection. When you have a dealer's license and are purchasing vehicles at dealer auctions, you should be aware of the two different types of dealer auction inspections that are quite different from one another. And different dealer auctions offer different types of inspections. But if you do watch to the very end of this video, I'm going to show you how to access a link that will allow you to get your dealer license in your state as fast as possible so you can start buying vehicles wholesale at dealer auctions. I'm going to break down your licensing steps. I'm going to show you how to get the cheapest dealer surety bonds and insurance and introduce you to software that will run your new business with a couple clicks of the mouse. So getting your dealer license is probably much easier than you think. I'm going to show you how at the very end of this video. First, you have what is known as a pre-auction inspection and a post-auction inspection. A pre-auction inspection is an inspection that's usually conducted by the dealer auction themselves or sometimes by a private contractor, and it takes place before the auction, and that's why it's called a pre-auction inspection. Now, a post-auction inspection is a little bit different, and it takes place after the auction, so that's why it's obviously called a post-auction inspection. So I'm going to cover the pre-auction first, and then I'll cover the post, and if you watch till the end of this video, I will show you how to access a link where you can find all the dealer auctions in your area. So, a pre-auction inspection happens before the vehicle runs through the auction lane, and it gives you, as a dealer, more confidence when you're bidding on a vehicle. Most auctions like Manheim and Adessa provide some type of optional pre-auction inspection where certified mechanics will inspect the vehicles before the sale. And they're going to check the engine, transmission. They'll make sure that all the warning lights are not on and major mechanical functions. And sometimes they even check basic cosmetic condition. But this can really help you as a licensed motor vehicle dealer avoid bidding on blind vehicle conditions. So there is a limited guarantee, and it's usually a report of what was observed before the sale. This is not a full warranty. Now, a post-auction inspection is a little bit different, and obviously this happens after the sale, and that's why they call it a post-auction inspection. Now, after you buy the vehicle, usually within a short time window, usually it must be done on the same day to request a post-auction inspection. So this can protect you by verifying that the car that you or vehicle that you just bought at that dealer auction is as was announced, such as there's no frame damage or major undisclosed mechanical issues. Now, what most dealer auctions will offer, they'll offer a post-auction inspection for an extra fee, and it's usually required on some of your higher priced vehicles. And they're going to check structural frame integrity, the transmission, the drivetrain. They're going to make sure the odometer and title disclosures are correct. And it also will have what are known as arbitration rules. And you need to be aware of arbitration at a dealer auction, what that means. I'm going to break that down here in just a moment. But these post-auction inspections can really find out if something violated the auction's rules or seller disclosures. So if the seller did not disclose something like a title brand or something like that, then you can either cancel the sale or possibly get compensation. It does cost extra, and you must request it quickly. So I do want you to be very, very aware of that. Now, as I just mentioned a moment ago, arbitration is something you definitely need to be aware of. Dealer auction arbitration is a dispute resolution process that happens at wholesale dealer auctions when the dealer, the buyer, believes a vehicle that was purchased was misrepresented by the seller, usually another dealer. It's basically the system auctions use to keep transactions fair and protect both sides. So this ensures vehicles sold are meeting the auction's condition reports. It protects dealers, the buying dealer, from major hidden issues, and it also holds the selling dealer accountable for accurate disclosures. A dealer can file for arbitration if, after you've purchased a vehicle, you discover problems that should have been disclosed under the auction's policy. So maybe you bought a vehicle and then you find out that it has undisclosed structural damage or something like that. Or maybe you bought a vehicle and the auctioneer stated the odometer was accurate. Then you find out the odometer's been rolled back, or maybe it's not the true miles. It also protects you if you bid on a vehicle that stated it had a clean title, but all of a sudden you find out it's got a salvage title, a flood title, or a rebuilt title, or something that wasn't announced. So it protects you as a licensed motor vehicle dealer when you are buying vehicles. Now, there are certain dollar thresholds that are set by the auction, and you'll need to be aware of that. Each auction has a little bit different of a process. So after the sale, the vehicle is inspected either by the buyer, an auction inspector, or a third party. If an undisclosed issue is found, then the dealer must file for arbitration, usually within the same time frame, and it's usually going to be either on the same day or with 7 business days, depending on the auction and depending on the issue. So auction staff's going to review the claim, they'll check the announcements, and they'll compare that against their arbitration rules. If a claim is valid, you, the dealer, may be allowed to get compensation for that vehicle, or the selling dealer might be required to repurchase the vehicle or cover the repair costs. But if the claim is not valid, then the dealer is going to keep that vehicle as is. Arbitration is based on auction policies, and they're often modeled after the National Automobile Auto Auction Association guidelines, but you can't come back several weeks later unless it's for title or odometer problems. So you definitely want to check out that vehicle very quickly. And not every issue qualifies, such as, minor cosmetic damage or wear and tear, or repairs that are usually under a certain cost aren't going to be eligible as well. So, arbitration is basically a safety net for buyers and sellers at dealers' auctions, and it's going to hopefully resolve disputes quickly and fairly, so the business can move forward as soon as possible. So let's go ahead and get back to your auction inspections. By the way, if you're finding value in this video, I'm going to ask you to please like and subscribe and leave some comments below. Manheim offers various pre-auction services, with the primary one being what's called a detailed condition report. We call it a CR, that is generated by certified inspectors, and it provides high-resolution images, diagnostic information, and it's going to get a real expert assessment of the vehicle's physical and mechanical condition before it goes through the dealer auction lanes. And one of them is called Manheim Certified, which involves additional inspections to ensure vehicles meet specific standards. And then there's also the use of what's called the Next Inspect, which is a self-consignment inspection tool. So first, I want to cover the Manheim condition reports. These are CRs, which I find great value, and then I'll talk about the next reports in just a moment. So the CR gives you as a dealer a very detailed, unbiased view of a vehicle's condition before it goes through the auction lane. Certified inspectors actually conduct these inspections, and they're either at the auction or off-site, but they're checking for all types of cosmetic damage, mechanical issues, and a lot more. They're going to have high-resolution photos of the vehicle's interior and exterior, information on year, make, and model. They will also capture any type of diagnostic codes. And this is going to allow you as a licensed dealer to make a much more confident purchasing decision, especially when you are buying remotely or online and you don't have the ability to kick the tires in lane. Okay, so please keep that in mind. I find a great value, and I've got a lot of confidence in a Manheim condition report. Now, something that's a little bit different is called a Manheim Certified Vehicle, which is a little bit different than that market report that I just discussed. This is a program that shows when vehicles have been inspected to be National Auto Auction Association, what are known as Silver Certified Standards. And now, a vehicle with a certified vehicle offers a 10-day, 300-mile guarantee on that vehicle. So that's going to really allow you to purchase with confidence and make sure there's no mechanical issues. They do have a 10-day, 300-mile guarantee on those. I find a lot of value in those. Now I want to cover what's called Next Inspect, which is a little bit different. This is a self-inspection tool for consigners that leverages AI and 3D imaging to generate kind of a comprehensive vehicle condition report. It does allow consigners to manage vehicle details and creates a real detail ready for market imagery. So it's not quite the same level, but it does offer some benefits to someone that's selling a vehicle at a dealer auction. Next, I want to talk about Adessa inspections, which are similar to Manheim, but a little bit different. Adessa provides detailed online condition reports and high-resolution photos to inform dealers before an auction. They also offer post-sale inspections. So these, a dealer can purchase a 7 or 14-day post-sale inspection to verify vehicle options and features. And they also have full visual inspections and test drives from the Adessa auction location. So with that being in mind, the Adessa condition report, they offer what's called the VDP. That's a vehicle detail page for every vehicle that includes photographs and things like that. You can also utilize what's called reconditioning for full service body and detail shops at Adessa, and they can recondition those vehicles before the sale. So they're going to make them frontline ready, which is a great tool. It does cost a little bit extra, so I do want you to be aware of that. So they do have a 7-day post-sale inspection and a 14-day option inspections that you can certainly talk to your Adessa representative about that. So here's basically the differences that you see right here on screen between a pre-auction inspection and a post-auction inspection. Pre-auction inspections obviously happen before the sale. Post-auction inspections are something that you can purchase directly from the dealer auction. The pre-auction inspection kind of gives you confidence before you bid, but the post-auction inspection ensures that the seller disclosures are accurate. So please do keep that in mind. The pre-auction inspection can be optional, and the post-auction inspection is definitely optional, so keep that in mind. You have no arbitration rights with pre-auction inspection, but when you purchase a post-auction inspection, it does give you arbitration rights if that vehicle was not as described. There's usually an extra fee for pre-auction inspection, and the post-auction inspections tend to be a little bit higher in cost because they do have more of a guarantee. The main benefit of a pre-auction inspection is going to basically help you decide how much to bid. The main benefit of a post-auction inspection, it protects you after the purchase and gives you arbitration rights to ensure that the vehicle was as described. So keep that in mind. Pre-auction inspections tend to have limited detail. And remember, the downside of a post-auction inspection is you're going to need to do that very quickly, usually on the day of the sale. So please keep that in mind. If you have any questions about how to get your dealer's license, you can go to dealerslicense.com, click on Get License. I have step-by-step instructions for each state that are broken down for you to easily digest, so you can get your dealer's license if you follow those startup instructions at dealerslicense.com. To get your dealer's license, you're going to need a dealer's surety bond, and I can submit your bond quote to the bond carrier that works with carriers with your credit score by clicking on the bonds link at dealerslicense.com. You can just scroll down there and click on the state that you're get licensed in, or you can click on the link in the description below. For a list of insurance companies that specialize in dealer insurance, and there's only a few of them out there that will give you an insurance policy if you've never had a license, and I've got a list of those on the website there. If you click on the insurance link, I've got a list of insurance providers that I recommend, and it should save you a lot of time as well. Once you're licensed, a good dealer software program will automatically complete all of your paperwork, get loans for your customers, and allow you to operate your business with a few clicks of the mouse. If you're not using dealer software when you are a licensed dealer, you are really missing out. So it allows you to start a buy here, pay here dealership as well. And it's going to give you a free trial and a $250 credit on the best dealer management software program that I've ever used by clicking on a software link at dealerslicense.com, or you can just click on that link in the description below. If you want to take a look at any of my mandated courses, many of which are state approved, you can just click on the courses button at dealerslicense.com. Thank you very much. I'd love to hear your comments below, and I want to wish you the very best of luck with your new business.